Okay, to round up our review this issue, we're going to be taking a look at this rather little special pedal. And you'll see what I mean when I open it up and pull it out of this rather nice little bag. Take a look at that, people. I remember a day when we used to be able to fold our bass drum pedals down like that, but then I'm considerably older than most of you out there. This is the JoJo Sonor Perfect Balance pedal. Now, it looks a bit strange at the moment, doesn't it? But what it does, it opens right up. And I'll show you actually how it fits to the bass drum hoop, which makes it even cleverer, actually. There we go, ready to play. But it's even, as I say, it's even smarter when you actually put it onto the hoop. But before we get to that, let's just have a quick look at the pedal. Now, when JoJo was designing this, when he was working with the Sonor people at the factory in Auer, he wanted a fairly long footboard. And as you know, if you've ever seen JoJo play, he really has this great kind of rocking motion that he uses with his foot. And I'm hoping actually that this is going to inspire him to bring out a DVD of his foot technique, because if it's anything like the one that he brought out for his hands, it's going to be a winner. But in the meantime, we can still make do with the pedal. It features a full board at the bottom, so you've got lots of strength and rigidity. As I said, it's got a long foot plate, and this is because it allows you to bring your foot off the board or to an angle, and because you've only got the single post, as in this post, it allows you to bring your foot out, and if you want to do the kind of the JoJo technique, then there's space there to do it. Okay, it also features a round cam. Now, unlike a lot of pedals today which have different varying cams which will launch the pedal forward, launch the beater forward, but then of course it's got to hit the hump to come back, this is a perfectly round cam, and therefore the motion forward is exactly the same as the motion back, okay? Very, very simple, single post construction, very, very clever idea this, which I'll show you as I attach it to the hoop. It features the inbuilt clamp, which we all saw on the giant step pedals, so that little bit of that technology is transferred to this. It's got some sprung spurs here, so if you do find that the whole thing's creeping forward, which I'd be very surprised if it was, but you can always dial those out just to give yourself a little bit more adhesion. Okay, let's fold it flat again, and then we'll attach it to the bass drum hoop. Okay, we've got the pedal out of the bag, and as I say, it's flat like that. What we need to do is just pull the spring away from the magnet that holds it in place in transit, which prevents any damage. Place the pedal in line where you need it, slightly pick up the drum, slide the pedal onto the hoop like that. Make sure, very important, that you make sure that the bottom board is truly flat on the floor. Okay, the next thing you do, you put your toe on the heel plate, and as if by magic, you lift that up, pull that back. That's the pedal in line and clamped to the hoop. Put the spring over the rocker, and you're set to go. And the pedal's firm as anything. Okay? The clamp will adjust, so depending upon the hoop on your bass drum, you can adjust it so that it fits perfectly to that. That's not a problem whatsoever. Okay, let's take a little look at the action. Right, so there's the pedal firmly clamped to the hoop. No problem, you don't have to get underneath, no fiddly T-screws or anything like that. Couldn't be simpler. Bit of genius engineering, that I've got to say. In terms of the action and the response, as I say, the pedal only arrived this afternoon, so we haven't really had a huge amount of time to check it out. But it's got all the various adjustments that you need. You can change the angle of the beater. You can change the angle down here so that the spring will also pull the beater back or take it forward if you want to adjust the footboard, okay? Now, as I say, I don't have JoJo's pedal technique. I don't have his hand technique either, really, but that's something that I'll have to live with. But the nice thing about this is, because it's got such a long board, you can start to do the whole sliding thing if that's how you choose to play your pedal. There's nothing there, there's no toe stop, there's nothing there to inhibit any kind of sliding motion or rocking motion that you may want to do or use to create the beats that you need. There's quite a nice little video on the Sonor site. Hit the link below, which will take you to it, and it will show JoJo playing the pedal, and again shows you how to set it up and break it down. So this is really probably the hottest item out there at the moment, and I'm thrilled that we got it today, even if we only managed to get it for an hour or two. I know that the demand from the stores for these already is verging on phenomenal, and I definitely think the whole concept, the way it's been executed, the quality of the engineering, and also just the damn sheer simplicity of it. It's a joy to have something like this, and the fact it all folds back up and goes in that rather cool little bag, couldn't be better. As far as I'm concerned, this is a winner. Whether there'll be a double pedal version, I don't know. That's maybe something off down the road, I don't know. But because it's single post, perhaps that's not going to be an option. However, I could be proved wrong on that. So there it is, that's the JoJo pedal. This is what everybody's talking about. This is what everybody wants to check out. Get down to your Sonor dealer, check it out. And finally, let me show you just how simple it is to remove it and put it back in its super duper fancy little case. Now, when you do come to say goodbye to your pedal, and it is a kind of a tearful moment for me because as I say, we've only had it so briefly, and already I've got to relinquish this pedal. All you simply do, put your toe on the heel plate. Under here, there's at the back of this single post, there's a small black button. You just put a little bit of pressure. First of all, actually what I do need to do is remove the spring. Secondly, put a little bit of pressure on the single post as if you're pushing it forward. You depress the black button that's down here, like that, all the way in, pedal folds down, beater goes forward, and it comes away from that, just like that. Okay, I should just mention that the pedal does come with this really rather handy little guide. It explains in several languages, in fact, how to use the pedal, how to set it up, how to make any adjustments that you may need to do. Because of the mechanism, it is important that you do follow the guidelines very, very clearly. When you're done, you pop it back in the bag. Oh, one other thing that I forgot to mention. One of the other things that they did with this pedal was all of the Allen screws are M6 size, which means that should you have a problem anywhere in the world while you're on the road, out there doing those gigs in the far darkest places, if you lose one or damage one, you can just walk into any hardware store and get a replacement. So that's it. That's the JoJo Maya Sonor perfect balance pedal, and it just slips so snugly into this cool little bag, and you zip it up and away you go. Hi and welcome to issue 11 of iDrum magazine. Inside you're going to find a fantastic interview with Mr. Mike Johnston, the man that's currently teaching the world to play drums. We also get with Shannon Larkin from Godsmack, Stefan Mass, great percussionist from Germany, and from the Crescent City, Mr. Joey Peebles. In our review section, you'll find reviews of the new DW Black Nickel over Brass snare drum, the Mapex Meridian Maple Jazz kit. We also take a look at some fabulous Meinl percussion. We also investigate the Peisty 20 series master collection of ride cymbals. Sam gets his hands on a Pearl Vision kit, and I get to plug in a Yamaha DTX 700. We've also got our full tuition section with guys like the Jungle Drummer, Jamie Borden, Matt Murphy, Ed Williams, Tom Chapman, Pat Garvey and Pete Lockett all on hand to make you better, smarter players. We have our usual CD and DVD roundup, plus of course all the latest news. And as a bonus, your chance to win a Sonor JoJo Maya Perfect Balance pedal. Just check out the competition on the pages inside and it's free to enter. That's it, enjoy the issue and we'll see you again soon.